Hi guys, this is Simone Dell'Uomo from Italy for Chris Collin. The day after AZ 1, Tottenham nil. What we once again witnessed is absolutely incredible, because no shots on target in 90 minutes in the first serious game after so many weeks, so many months of friendly games. Because in the league, this team has got no ambition, has got no targets, middle table team, the worst season ever of the last 15, 20 years. So you should have gone strong. Away game, Europa League is back, you should have gone strong. I'm gonna underline one of the aspects. No plan B, no plan C, no plan D. And the players are not stupid. Look at what Modric said to Sonny when they got subbed. Always the same game plan. No plan B, no plan C, no plan D. With this absolutely dreadful and reckless philosophy of football, this manager does not study and does not respect enough the opponents. This manager, this head coach, does not train set pieces. Guys, I'm underlining the same aspects for months and months. And once again, you lost on set pieces. The mentality was absolutely ridiculous. The attitude was really puzzling, because this was the first serious game. Now, Europa League is the only target that can provide some emotion to the fans, and you play that kind of game. It's really worrying. It's really puzzling. Of course, you can, and you should overturn an opponent like Alkmaar, but with this attitude, with this manager, tactically, you would lost to Frankfurt.
Hi Chris, Jim Brentar here from the USA. Yeah, we did not play well today, but unlike what some fans and some commentators have claimed, it wasn't that bad. I'm recording this over 5 hours after the game to give some emotional distance between my emotional reaction to the game and more measured critique. They didn't score against us. The only goal was that freak own goal, and I don't blame Lucas Bergvall. He has to try to clear that ball, and he tried, and by a freak of nature, it went precisely into the upper corner of the net, and he couldn't do that again if he tried. So it wasn't Lucas Bergvall's fault, and it wasn't for lack of effort. Son worked his butt off today. Spence worked his butt off today. Tell did some excellent hold-up play today, something he hasn't done much of yet for Spurs so far, but today he did. Madison worked hard today, getting on the ball, trying to make things happen. Bergvall, after that own goal, worked really hard trying to make up for that. Betancourt, perhaps a little too enthusiastically at times, worked his butt off, so it wasn't lack of effort. And I don't think it was lack of tactics or personnel decisions either. I mean, Azed were very disciplined defensively and hard to break down, and when you don't play particularly well, you're not going to break them down. And the starting lineup, even Barnaby admitted before the game that was probably the starting lineup he would have chosen. And the subs that were brought in were the kind of subs that you bring in when you need to score a goal. So it wasn't a bad decision on subs, perhaps maybe bring them in a few minutes earlier, but that wasn't the problem. About the only thing tactical that might have been a problem was there were several times in the game where our winger, either Son or Johnson, was wide open, and all it would have taken was a long diagonal pass to get the ball to them wide open. And I don't know if that was a tactical decision of Ange's or whether it's our players not feeling confident in making long diagonal passes, but we didn't make any good long diagonal passes today. The big problem was too many giveaways. Teams are going to press us mercilessly unless we show that we can beat a press, Now, we're not going to be able to beat a press until we are able to make our passes more precise and accurate. There are times a day when even the pass was completed, one of our players had to run after it and chase it down. We spend every minute of every practice between now and Bournemouth practicing precision of passing. I'd be happy with that. Finally, let me say something real quick about Troy Parrott. If he were still with Spurs, he'd be 5th or lower on the depth chart. He'd be below Solanke, Richarlison, Scarlett, Tell, and possibly even Lancashire. So I'm kind of happy he found a league and a team where he can succeed. So good on you, Troy Parrott. He still wouldn't be playing for Spurs right now. Come on, you Spurs, let's win the reverse fixture.
Hi Chris, and hello all you Spurs fans out there. It's Jamie in London here. I've been asked to give my thoughts on the AZ game. To be honest with you, the less said about that, the better. I mean, that was a shocking performance. I mean, atrocious. Tactically, I have no idea what our game plan was. Like it has been quite a lot this season, to be honest with you. There isn't one. I'm not an Ange fan. I've been Ange out for the last probably 3 months now. But, you know, he's not going anywhere to the end of the season, so that's an argument for another day. But the players have got to take some responsibility. I mean, I thought Vicario was probably our best player. If it wasn't for him, it could have been 3-0. I thought Spence was all right. He tried to get us going up the pitch. Adogi didn't really offer much. I thought the centre-halves made a few mistakes overplaying, but also they did make some crucial blocks and recoveries at time. Bentancur was tidy in parts, but not enough, you know, not in the wrong areas. In my opinion, didn't really affect the game enough. Maddison, same. Needs to offer a lot more, you know. He's meant to be one of the senior players in this team. Just, it's too inconsistent from him. On his day, he's a great player, but needs to do more, you know. We need him. You need your leaders. He's supposed to be one of them. Talking of leaders, Son, non-existent, you know. You need these players to get your younger ones through it. And in fairness, Bergvall, after his own goal, which was a bit of a freak, I thought he was the one who tried to drive us on him. I mean, the kid's 18. He showed it. At least he shows a bit of energy about him. Which showed a bit of character. I mean, Brennan Johnson, what does he do? Like, literally, if he's not scoring and tapping at the back post, he offers absolutely nothing. He doesn't beat a man. He's got no pace about him. I don't know, he's just making up the numbers. And don't get me started on Tell. I thought he was, well, I'm just hoping that his flight is a return flight to Munich and not a one-way flight, because he just don't look good enough. I know it's early days, but he looks weak, not particularly quick. Technically, he looks off it. Solanke coming back was meant to be a positive, but he got injured. You couldn't make it up, to be honest. We need our centre-halves back next week. And hopefully Solanke's knees won't be too bad. Hopefully a better performance at home. I'll be there, but credit to them. They was the better team. Could have been worse. Roll on next week. Come on, you Spurs.
Hey Chris, it's Lee from England, currently in Amsterdam, going on a canal boat to have a wood around. Last night, massively disappointing, not what I was expecting. The team looked like they were a team of players just cobbled together for one game and never played together before. Ange blaming the pitch, Son with the same old platitudes. It's just not good enough. And to be honest with you, I can see it ending very soon. Never mind, up the Spurs.